As we all societies face economic problem, which is the problem of how to make the best use of limited or scarce resources. The economic problem exists because, although the needs and wants of people are endless, the resources available to satisfy needs and wants are limited. Economic issues such as poverty is one of the issues that we are facing nowadays, especially here in the country. The rich, the middle class, and the poor are described by the way we live and the amount of money one has. There are many different ways of describing what poverty is, whether it is by how you live or how much money you have. By the way, what is poverty and what does it mean to be poor? Well, not many of us know the true meaning of these terms. Poverty is an issue dealt with throughout the world, but we are not all aware of its conditions. It is a very serious problem around the world. It is defined as the equality to poorness and impoverishment. Here in our country, even before the pandemic, poverty is already there, and things get worsened because of pandemic. According to research, the global COVID-19 pandemic is having a significant adverse impact on the Philippines economy, jobs, and poverty incidence. Despite a decline in the poverty rate in the Philippines from 25.2% in 2012 to 23.3% in 2015 to 16.6% in 2018, the current pandemic could have a direct and indirect impact on poverty due to: first, the loss of livelihoods; second, a partial or total disruption of supply chains, which include many micro, small, and medium enterprises; third, a massive increase in personnel and MSME debt; fourth, the loss of a primary income earner in families due to illness or death; and lastly, the decrease in remittances from overseas Filipino workers.
One of the municipalities of the Philippines is now having a hard time in combating poverty, and that is the municipality of Pontevedra. Officially, the municipality of Pontevedra is a third-class municipality in the province of Negros Occidental. Agriculture, which is made up of four subsectors, the crops, livestock, poultry, and fisheries, is the main source of livelihood in the municipality. But people in the municipality stated that their income is not enough to feed a family. That is why often lead to starvation. And this is very alarming and should be prioritized by the government of the municipality. Moreover, one of the interviewee also stated how pandemic affected their source of living and their life as a whole. Knowing that preventing transmission of COVID-19 disease requires very consistent exercise of proper health and hygiene protocols both in our homes and public spaces. Authorities also advise that people should steer clear of large gathering, avoid using public transportation, follow community measures, and seek prompt medical attention when there is exposed to the said disease. While all these are sound reminders, there is one glaring problem. The poor will not be able to afford to follow these. Many jobs have no paid sick leaves. Irregular workers, including those who are paid on per output, takay or pakyaw basis, are particularly vulnerable. Working from home is not an option for all workers, as in the case of jeepney drivers and service workers. Crowding cannot be avoided in the mass transport system. In crisis situation, poor women and girls are affected the most because many of them form part of this workforce, but are still expected to do unpaid care and domestic work. These restrictions limited their way in looking for a job in order to provide the basic necessity in the family such as rice. They say health is wealth, that we should prioritize it. But the question is it applicable to all? No. As the world is in the midst of this pandemic, people are struggling. Businesses cannot operate well. Protocols change from time to time. And who are greatly affected? The poor. Like the people in Pontevedra, they rely on crops, livestock, poultry, and fisheries. These works requires them to go out and move, which is strictly against the protocol. If this pandemic would take long, people in this place mentioned would starve. The only real hope for the many of is the availability of affordable testing treatment. But until then, just like in the rich countries where government are undertaking extraordinary measures to protect their citizens, we must make sure that tens of millions of people already go on the verge of starvation do not succumb to this virus or to its economic consequences.
So, ang ano mo nga Lunes?
Arvin Nieves.
Arvin Nieves. Pila ka na Lunes?
42.
May asawa ka Lunes?
Oo.
Pamangot ka, ano yung source of income?
Sakon ng kape.
Kape ko ako.
Oo. Tapos sakon bata nga pamukot.
Sa isa ka balay, miss, pila ka mo kabilo?
4.
Apat. Tapos, pila ang may trabaho? Pila ang may...
Guys, wila pa lang
Aga, so, ikaw, sa inyo apat, ikaw lang yung isa ang may trabaho?
Oo. Ang bana ko kapan man lang nang pamanday-manday lang ba.
Hindi ka mo naapektuhan dito tungkol sa COVID?
Hindi kami kalibod dito kay sa kalibod ng kumo. Hindi kami kapalayo kay tungod nga ang mga lang mga COVID. Kinanglan niya, kuwan lang, dire lang niya, kung sa saban niya.
Bali na apektuhan gid ang
Oo,
income.
may ang kuwan, kung wala sang kuwan dito, hindi man pangita. Amo lang na kung among mga baligya, taga dire lang gid, wala nga iba na. Tapos hindi mo kami kapalayo gid dito. Tungod na amo lang lang ang
Pag member ka mo sang 4-piece
Oo, may purpose.
or sapness.
Oo, may ara kami, may purpose, may sat man kami.
Pila inyo bata gani miss?
Duwa.
Duwa. Tanan sila ga school na.
Oo, first year college. Second year college ang sa high school. Ka module.
Duwa gid sila ga mo. Lagi gani miss diba? Nang daw nag-apektuhan gid kami sang COVID pila inyong pagbibig-libot. Like paano niyo siya na-overcome?
Sa tiyaga lang naman yan. Isang paano kung may income ng tao, di mo lang na yung naka-ano mo.
So, ano imong ngalan gani?
Randy.
Randy, pila ka na?
Kain pa.
30 ka. Ano imo ginapangkuhaan sa imo income sa bana? Ano imo trabaho?
Tumukot.
Ano?
Tumukot. Listo.
Pila ka mo dito isa ka balay? Tanan.
Apat pa.
Apat. Tapos sa apat sa inyo, pila ang may trabaho bala? Ang may income?
Kulang yan.
Ikaw lang. Paano naapektuhan sa COVID bala inyo pang bukod pala?
Ang pamukot.
Oo.
Oo, kulang niya ako. Wala namin na kanang.
Ay, hindi gid siya as in naapektuhan gid.
Wala namin nagnatikang.
Pwede kami sang 40s or sa...
Wala may purpose. Pero sa listahan naman.
Ay, ara ka mo sa listahan pero wala ka mo ka...
Wala may purpose yan sa listahan lang.
Bata ka mo lang.
Oo, aduwa.
Aduwa.
Yan.
Pila, tanan, ang duwa, eskwela.
Mabos ko lang sa aduwa.
Ano sila, module or online? Module.
Ang dyan na.
Grabe kalisod kay sa una makatrabaho man ko jutay, laba-laba niya ako bana manika dito makakuha og 300, 4, may na lang kay makasudan-sudan big mga manok, yung na siguro nya lisod so ka nakuha ning coronavirus di ko kalabalabag tarong nya di ko kay ko kalihok-lihok ang bisa jud nga adlaw na gatang kuan walang-wala jud mi oy. Sobra ka walang-wala para tong sus, wala dyan magkaunang mga anak. Nya, sige dyan miglugaw, maingon ang mga bata man, sige lang taglugaw. Ani na mo karon kay ano. Daginuton lang kung ano, na mga dilata, na bugas. Amoy guigoon sa mga bata. Kay lisod po da mga bata way kaon. Pa jud ni sa una, pobre na jud mi. Kuha na lang ni dako ko. Mao Japon, pobre. May nalang gani pohon, akong mga anak, eskwelahon ako, og tarong. Patarongon dyan ako eskwela kung mga anak pohon lang, dili, paiparihan ako nga, si kandira ko kutob. Nga lang gani kung maka-eskwela gani niya akong mga anak, makalingkawas mi jutay.
Ako si Jeremy Albarico. 25 years old. Nakapuyo sa Maswalo, Palumpon Leyte. Tulol na ako kabuhan ng masura din eh. Ilalim ang masura kay kapoy. Ugaw. Pero ako lang di antos. Masura ka. Kaano hindi mo kapaway-huway ng kanya. Makakita-kita ko ang kasama ng magtamban, makakita ka din kwarta. Kadagan mo sila makakita kwarta. Mga alahas, cellphone, muna lang mga iapa ko direct. Meron, inan tayo. Langaw, hugaw, baho. Ito kaya naanad naman po. Sila dito, dugay naman sila dito na. Mga, sila na sila katuwig diri ah. Pero ako bago pa di ko diri santa.